presented. So I don't know since he passed away in his
No,
company.
but Dan Gilbert being from Detroit, he settled for buying the Cavaliers. He wanted to buy the Pistons, so he was talking about building this crap and put money to it. I know it's cheaper to build a big land mass of grass. All it takes is upkeep. But yeah, they could have put the Joe Louis Arena. They're gonna tear it down. Hell, stick his name on the theater.
I remember they tried to. I don't. That would be interesting if they tried to bring a soccer crowd to America and have us be a host for the American soccer players when the FIFA goes. That would be an interesting thing to see how we turn out.
It just did not pick up here like that.
It'd probably be something. I think it will pick up.
Football here is hitting people
because we losers. That's why. You know what I'm saying? The Lions ain't something to. But if we have a dope ass soccer team, I think that would be like something like every sport that could unite people type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that would be an interesting take if we happen to. I remember it was a team here. There was one because they had a big ass flyer on Cavs. It was like a dog kicking a soccer ball. That was their mascot. I'm not sure what type of soccer that was, if that was like a local league or whatnot. But if we actually hosted the American team type of shit for FIFA, we going against other countries.
Oh, no. This happened back in 2018. They played a professional soccer game at Ford Field just to get a feel of what the turnout would be.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That'd be interesting. If I see it, I go to the games. I don't go to no sports games like that. I actually become a fan if we get a soccer team. I used to go to Red Wings games. Don't let me lie. I used to go to Red Wings. I went to quite a few of those because that's when we was Hockey Town. That's where I was going. When we became Hockey Town, it was a different energy in the city, and it felt good to be down there. I swear to God. And I was always working too. So I mean, Joe Louis already, behind the scenes, seeing these motherfuckers and shit when they walk into the door. So it was a whole experience for me and all the people who I worked with at that time. Easy money, And that's another thing, too. When you got games and shit or situations like that and to be successful, we winning, that's money. That's money, nigga. Like, you at that point, you can just pick out which way you want to make the money.
Why do you sound like a robot?
I don't know. Why you... Shit, what you hear?
You sound like my man. I can't remember his name. What was it? Sound something from Transformers. His chest pop open with a tape turned to a bird.
I forgot. I know you talk about, dude, because I remember, I want to say I had it or somebody I knew had it, but I remember it played. You could actually play tapes on the toy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But that's funny because...
That was a thing. That was actually, I wanted to, I can't think if I had it or if somebody else had it. That's where I'm kind of...
Yeah, well, sometimes your voice goes out, it sounds like you're talking in digital code, which would be cool under normal circumstances.
What's normal circumstances?
If it was a mixtape.
Yeah, speaking of. We'll talk about that after the show. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to the subject at hand. These niggas ain't from Detroit. Let's just put that out there. Oh yeah, this week's hero, let's get off of that, is Sixto Rodriguez. From Detroit, Mexican brother, was writing songs, didn't know his shit started popping. I don't think he was Mexican, but I know that his music ended up taking off in Mexico. They became like their freedom songs. Niggas was going through shit down there, and they was pumping his shit like an anthem for the struggle. Right. He from Detroit, and I thought that was cool. I just want to put the name out there, Sixto, Sixto Rodriguez, Rodriguez. Look him up, y'all. Do his thing, and shout out to the you know what I'm saying, our Latin brothers and sisters. Shout out to the crowd, you know what I'm saying, and all the bullshit and shit, the Latin bros, But at the same time, we always unapologetically black here, and so it's black people's first. But at the same time, it's Detroit too. He's Detroit history. But anyway, yeah, back to the lesson at hand. So, what else besides Mortal Kombat that came out? I mean, besides Left and Right, we done lost 3 legends in 1 week. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have started the show playing DMX, but we ain't that type of show. So we ain't doing so many people dying, so many rappers dying. We'll
like Rob, a week later, it wasn't even a week.
Yeah, wasn't that like crazy? And I say this all the time.
Yeah.
He's still alive, but we still got Bobby Brown out here and Ozzy Osbourne. And Ozzy Osbourne probably, Can't talk no more. You know, so he probably got to type his whole conversation out because he's so fucked up in the head. He probably keep a pack of crayons in his pocket. So whenever he want to say some shit, he just write it on a piece of paper on the wall. And Sharon come and, feed him some applesauce or have one of her helpers wipe his ass or something. And he probably wear a wig. Yeah. He probably don't got no hair. He probably walking around the house, an old British white man. Talking, just gone in the head. But we got him still, but we lose DMX, who every time you hear him say, "Let us pray," something inside your body makes you bow your head. Something out of nowhere makes you accidentally, you don't even enter the church. You at work, you die. When you hear that, "Let us pray," you bow your head like, "Oh shit," and then you go into a deep ass prayer because the man was obviously fighting demons, and demons are real, and demon fighters are real. And just because you're strong don't mean you can't be weak by a demon. Just because you're weak by a demon don't mean you ain't strong. So
you good, but he was so young when that happened.
He's not the first person.
14.
He ain't the first person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, some people make it out, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first kid who, especially back then in the 80s, everybody was smoking crack. Was like the perks of the 80s, and all these little kids doing perks and drinking lean. Back then it was crack. It was something new, and I was hearing from what people tell me because I talk to people. Like, what made you smoke crack? Like, what made you ever try crack? And it was new. It was just, you dealt with the smell, you dealt with what it did till you made you feel crazy, and some people got lost and kept doing it, some people jumped off of it. Like, that shit wasn't for me. So, it is what it is. He ain't the only person who fighting demons. He ain't the only rapper who fighting those demons. Shit. He ain't the only entertainer. Let's put it on the table. So, you know what I'm saying? So that was just his thing. But he left a lot.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
And then they said the thing about him was, he hid it so well because he used to be an addict and he got clean and and got his acting career together. And his wife met him after when he was clean. And then she said, like, he started bringing up, I'm thinking about going back to drinking. And she thought, like, okay, whatever. And the next thing you know, drinking led to him hiding heroin. He done rented his own apartment. He in an apartment at weeks at a time.
It was like, you look like a party for one.
Yeah. And it was like he went in, said head first back on addiction. It's crazy. They said nobody knew because he kept up his work and shit, and his composure. But at the same time, I be thinking like, this is an actor. He's paid to lie, so he knows how to do it real good. You know what I'm saying? And his wife started noticing he was changing because it's his wife. So of course she's gonna see shit first, and she's I think she was the one who presented a separation from him, and then shortly after he passed away because he had the second apartment, so he moved into his apartment and.
That's what they said. They found the stuff. I believe it was all over the room. He just OD'd.
Right. Okay.